Welcome to the Bible Forum, all you teeny boppers. Do you read TEEN Vogue? I don't. I admit I don't know what it is. TEEN Vogue has recently introduced a brand new social media series targeted toward teenagers. The title of the series is, quote, "How to Get an Abortion If You're a Teen," end of quote. Isn't that lovely? Here are the details. The series, which was initially published in the magazine's June issue, explains to its readers how teenagers should go about getting abortions. Time out. Bypass your parents. Go right to TEEN Vogue. They'll explain it to you. Some of the advice includes how to get past parents if an abortion is necessary. Don't you love it? And how to talk to parents about a looming abortion. Not should we do this, could we do this, is this all right, what do you think? But I'm going to do this, you need to know it's coming. Teenagers, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Not allowed to say 18 because now you're an adult at 18. Trust me, you're not. Pro-life advocate Laura Claassen shared screenshots of the series on her Facebook page, writing, "This is how TEEN Vogue operates on Snapchat. Just so you know, this is what they're telling your daughters." What else? TEEN Vogue contributor Nona Willis-Aronowitz wrote the original article about a teen penning a letter asking the outlet how to obtain an abortion without perhaps her parents' permission. The unnamed teen wrote, quote, "I'm 16, I'm pregnant, and I don't want to be." Inquiring minds want to know, when did she decide she didn't want to be pregnant? Certainly not before she got pregnant. And now? Now pregnancy is unfair. Back to the article. She says, "I'm not sure if I'm allowed to get an abortion without my parents' permission, but I'm really scared to tell them because they're both against abortion. What should I do?" Ronowitz was able to relate, as she was able to terminate a possible pregnancy when she was 15 years old. She said, "I obsessed over a potential unplanned pregnancy to my best friend over the phone." That's helpful. "I knew for sure I didn't want a baby, and I was raised with very little shame around sex." Aronowitz's parents signed off on her obtaining the morning after pill. She said, "I'm here to tell you that you have nothing to be ashamed of. Accidents can happen, even with the most careful among us. Pregnancy is an accident. Excuse me. You have to find a secluded place with a boy or a girl, hopefully one of each. You have to purposely get undressed, and then you have to do this deed. That's not an accident." Aronowitz goes on, "And it's only logical that if teens are mature enough to become parents, which they are not, they are mature enough to decide whether or not they want to give birth. Teenagers are not mature enough to be parents. They can be. Having a baby will mature you, and there's a lot of help usually in your family, and you'll grow up real quick. But you're not ready for this. You still want to go to the prom." 12-year-olds can get pregnant. Doesn't mean they're mature. This woman is setting up a bait and switch routine. Mature in this woman's usage means old enough, physically capable. Is that how we understand the term old enough? Having access to abortion, she says, should be your right. Children don't have the rights adults have. They're children. They're living under the authority of their parents. like employers and employees. I don't have the right to go to lunch whenever I feel like it. I don't have the right to drive the truck home for the weekend because my car's broke down and I need a ride Monday morning back to work. I don't have that right. Children don't have rights either. They got some, but not this. She goes on in the article to explain a teenager's legal rights. She said there is a legal option in 36 states that would let you get an abortion without parental approval called a judicial bypass procedure, but only in 36 states. Not everybody's on board, which tells you something. An infantilizing holdup to which nobody should have to resort, she says. Seeking out an empathetic authority figure will make you feel less alone and help you process your emotions. So now go to someone other than family because you need an authority figure that'll give you permission, and then it'll make you feel better. In some cultures, in some points in time in our country, if you did that to a child, you encouraged that child, you could go to jail. Ronowitz added, because everybody loves someone who's having an abortion, including you. No, they don't. Go home and tell your parents you're pregnant, you're 14, you need an abortion, and watch them freak out. Yeah, they love you, but they're not loving this. Everybody doesn't love somebody who's having an abortion. They feel sorry for them. It's not the same. All this is about children having the right to their own bodies. They're in training. They don't know enough to have a right to their own bodies. I tell them when to eat, what to eat, when to sleep, how much to sleep. I don't leave it up to them because they would run amok and they would be sick. And if they did survive it, there's a little something about those days when you're in the formative time of your life growing, that you're building into your body the strength, the stamina, and all what it takes so that as you get older, you'll be able to live healthier, longer. These kids are running around living a life of dissipation at 14. They're going to get sick early and die. I know, genetics plays a part, but we're talking general. In a simple economic sense, these children are not paying for their upbringing. They don't buy the clothes, they don't buy the food, they don't provide the shelter, the education, the toys. Their parents are doing all of that for them. They owe their parents. And now these parents are being repaid. With what? A baby. A baby the child doesn't want, but has done everything humanly possible to get it, but doesn't want it. That's a definition of immaturity, not parental adulthood. And the parents are left sitting on the sidelines. They know what's best, but they're being overruled by the social experts. And oh, guess who's going to foot the inevitable bills? The things that are wrong with this whole system are legion. But we overlook all that. I love him. No, you don't.